Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last video, we joined the free drones. We discovered what had happened to the missing train bound for rail crossing. Apparently, the mayor there had asked for some assistance from the Protectorate, and a train full of weapons was on the way for that assistance, but it never arrived. The free drones had ambushed and rediverted this train and probably killed all members of the Protectorate who were on it, and then acquired those weapons. We didn't report them to the Protectorate, and we instead told the governor of Rail Crossing that we could not locate the train. We were then contacted by Sarah, a member of the Free Drones, and proved ourself worthy to join their cause by eliminating an emissary who had been waiting at the rail crossing track along with his guards. We're given the passcode to the Protectorate base. That was a fly. I hope it was a fly. I'm pretty sure it was a fly. All right, before we go any further, a heads up. So it's the same day as the previous part that I just got done compressing. And in between recording that and this, I went outside to do a little bit of yard work. And I was trimming a tree out there, and I did not notice that the branch I just cut down had a hornet's nest in it. I discovered that there was a hornet's nest in that branch about 10 seconds, probably closer to 7 seconds, after that branch landed on the ground. I got chased back inside the house. I killed one of them. I killed another that had gotten me on my finger outside. And now I'm super paranoid. But it's been a few hours, and there's been no other hornets in the house. And my finger is totally swollen at the moment. It doesn't feel hot any longer. The skin is so tight on it, though. It feels like it's filled with fluid, which probably is indeed the case, thanks to the venom that was injected in me. Pretty amazing. It's the first time I've been stung by a hornet, so I'm pretty interested in watching what occurs to me here. I've already done ice compressions on it. I have taken some Benadryl, and as such, I'm actually a little drowsy because of that Benadryl. And I figure it's a good time just to record Underrail. I get to do a bunch of talking. I don't have to come up with anything because it's probably going to take an hour just to go through all the free drone people here and talk to them all. So let's go ahead and do that. Anyway, that was my terror very briefly. I felt something on my arm and immediately looked down like, what was that? Please don't be another hornet. But I'm pretty sure I would have heard the hornet. Maybe I'll keep one of my earphones off my headset so I can hear if another one gets in the house somehow. Alright. The man removes his mask as soon as you come near him. He smiles after doing so, displaying an admirable set of rotten teeth springing from a rectangular jaw covered with a several days old beard. His clothes are patchy in some and torn in other places. As for his words, they are carried by a rough-sounding but unmistakably friendly voice. Hey, you magnificent bastard. Welcome to the Underpassages. Name's Harry Beckett, and if it wasn't for me, all these derailed peeps would have been taken on the cans with nothing but rocks and a bit of hope. I sell all sorts of stuff. Good stuff. So feel free to spend some charons. Show me what you got, Beckett. Now, I think he tends to sell just low-level stuff. Let's see. How many grenades are you buying? So we'll sell him all of this. Let's see if I'm right about that. I've never seen the quality of his gear go above 80. He seems to be locked to the same quality of gear as Junkyard, and sells quite a bit of miscellaneous. Oh, hello, stuff. What is this? Nail bomb, a makeshift explosive device filled with nails, many of which are rusty or worse. Everyone caught in the blast gets hit by 4 through 8 nails, each dealing 15 through 55 mechanical damage, and having a 50% chance to cause a bleeding wound that deals an additional 100% damage over 3 turns. Each bleeding wound also has a 35% chance to cause an infected wound that increases damage taken from all sources by 10%, reduces healing effects by 20% for the same duration. Nice! What are the stacks with other effects that benefit you from bleeding your enemies? We don't have any throwing, so this is not something I plan on buying. But that's kind of neat. I like that. I wonder, is there a... Oh! Oh. I see contaminated bullets, and then I see 12.7 millimeter, and that's... I don't care about them anymore. Okay, and... I don't think he's selling it. Anything else I'm interested in? Oh, wow. Alright, let's buy some of the special bullets. This will make up for some of what we fired with our pistol earlier. We're dealing with the Protectorate. Death to the Protectorate. I guess while we're here, we should pick a few pockets. I feel kind of guilty picking the Free Drones pockets. They don't really have very much. So only if they have something really special will I pick their pocket. But I guess we will pick Beckett's. I don't think I ever did this. What do you have on you, Beckett? Free Drones Hideout Keycard. Advanced Health Hypos. No, we don't need any of that. La Shonda. For freedom! Let me search your pockets as well. They sound very zealous, don't they? With their... They really do take their... how's the way to phrase it? They take their stance against the Protectorate very seriously and do view the Protectorate as an oppressor. And they are trying to stop them from entering South Underrail. Brother? United Stations? Pfft, deceptions. If I recall correctly, working for Protectorate, like any, I suppose, large organization, not every aspect of that organization is evil. Well, then again, some organizations aren't evil at all, and some seem like they solely are. They have their best interests in mind at every step of the way. But the Protectorate have people who do believe in uniting all the stations together to help humanity. Sometimes that might mean crushing a station to bring it into their fold, but they think they're doing what they're doing for the right reasons. However, that's what makes them extremely dangerous, because they think they're right in that approach, and that might not be the right approach. But there are people who actually help other people. They do protect those people in their care, the stations they are guarding from bandits and what have you. Oh, a special gun, but not... It is also a 7.62, but that looks incredibly worse than our current pistol. Yeah, that's worse in every way than our current pistol. Ah, the back room. This is where you enter the Free Drones base if you're working for the Protectorate and you gassed them. I hated doing that quest. That was actually really difficult to get through without touching the gas. And if you touch the gas a few turns after that, you turn it into a mutant. I think that's now something you can continue to play the game being, by the way. I think the game ends... I shouldn't say anything. I know nothing about it whatsoever. I would imagine that there's not much left for you to do if you become a giant mutant, which is what happens if you breathe in that gas. I'm curious if someone by now must have a video of it uploaded to YouTube. Here's Trenton. You see two men standing next to a table full of differently colored maps, some printed, some drawn by hand. A true strategic collage. One of the two men notices you enter and addresses you. Hello, Decker, and welcome to the base. My name is Corbin Trenton, and the gentleman next to me is Alvin Bate. We are currently in charge of the South Underrail Free Drone Cell. We don't have much to offer in terms of comfort, as you can see for yourself. But don't worry, once we win this bloody war, we will not be hiding in underpassages anymore. It's a pleasure to meet you two. Likewise. Always nice to see young blood here, kiddo. We need all the help we can get. Before I forget, you should see Beckett, our supplier, and tell him I sent you. All newcomers get to choose their gear when they first arrive. You'll do that on your way out, because we've got a little errand for you. Alvin, you or me? I'll do it. Alright, kiddo, it's story time. A long time ago, in Junkyard. Alvin, please. Okay. Ever since Protectorate came to Junkyard and established the United States Embassy, we had to form a small group of capable agents who will A. Keep an eye out on whatever the cans are doing. B. Try to counter the Protectorate brainwashing as much as possible and various other tasks. And that's it. They, the agents, are dug in a small hideout in the poorer section of Junkyard and are operated without a hitch for quite some time. Your mission is simple. Go to Junkyard, find the hideout. I'll explain how to get there in a moment, and then talk to Sarah. You've met her before. She's a woman who sent you here and is in charge of the whole Junkyard operation. She'll give you some surveillance equipment they recovered, which needs to be brought here. Hutch is already on his way there, so you might need a helping hand with carrying all that stuff. You'll draw less attention if you go one by one. What sort of equipment are we talking about? Unstable explosives. Just joking, kiddo. It's some high-tech communications equipment that will come in handy to us. Protectorate approved. Okay, I'm ready to go. Just tell me how to get there. You've already met Sarah in Junkyard, so you know how to reach it. Once you're in Junkyard, find Kareem's bar. There's a small alley just north of it, and once there, take the first door on the left. Knock 4 times, slowly, and they'll let you in. I'm on my way. Good. Take the equipment to Beckett once you're back. It might seem like a dull thing to do, whole equipment that is, but someone's got to do it. Usually this is done by Mora, but she can't show her face in Junkyard anymore unless she wants to end up behind bars again. You understand. Take care, and stay free. Trenton nods. So long, stay free. Really quick, it just occurs to me, I never checked any of this for secret oddities, so let's take a quick peek. See if there maybe is something we can interact with. Nothing there. I am going to go back in here and check. Obviously, I'm not going to open anything that's red, because we'll get in trouble. Ever since that one guy in the drop zone was like, bucket, the guy without the teeth, I always try to hover over the buckets and see maybe we can find the bucket he was talking about. Now, you'll note, by the way, when we had picked these people's pockets, or were looking in them, that we saw the anarchy symbol on every one of them. That's a hint that that the girl at the hanging rat is a member of the Free Drones. We'll find out a little more about her, I think maybe now. A derogatory caricature of a Protectorate soldier, often referred to as a can, made out of an actual tin can. Inside, you can find anti-Protectorate propaganda detailing alleged atrocities the Protectorate has committed in North Underrail and calling upon the people of the South to refuse to cooperate with them and actively resist them whenever possible. I hit 1 for some reason, thinking that would pick it up. Alright, we might as well talk with Beckett again. What you need? Trenton told me to see you about some gear. I've been told you come. At the moment I can offer you some armor, some weapons, or if you're a psi kind of guy, I got some of that stuff too. I'm interested in armor. I got metal armor, leather armor, riot gear, and tactical vests. I'll take riot gear. Here you go. Keys to riot gear. Let me see what else you got. So what do we get from him? Oh! Wow! Well, it's not really for us. I wanted a insulated riot overcoat, and he gave us an actual suit of riot armor with a shield. So that's not something I'm really interested in. But it's a good suit of armor. Normally, when I ask for armor from Beckett, he gives me some, like, low-level garbage. So this is actually really nice. We won't wear it. The armor penalty is 53%. So we lose the vast majority of our dodge... Well, we lose 50% of our dodge and evasion if we put this on. Yeah, this is not for us. Our armor, I think, may actually block more mechanical? No, probably not. But I like having dodge and evasion on us because we took that, so we're not going to be wearing that. As long as I'm here looking at this stuff, we will repair this run. I won't repair it. Okay, we're not repairing it. All right, so let's keep talking with other people. Can't wait to smash some cans. Protectorate. They make me sick. One day, Fort Apogee will burn. We could try to destroy Fort Apogee with well, Decker wouldn't do that. So no, we're not going to do that. All right, everyone. Here's Kokoschka, one of the more memorable members of the Free Drones. You interrupt the man wiping his assault rifle with a torn, stained cloth. He greets you with a cordial smile and addresses you with a foreign-sounding accent. Ah, good. You come talk to Kokoschka. Nice to meet you. You have face of brave man. Very exquisite. What's your name? Decker. Nice to meet you as well. Decker. It's very, how you say, bombastic name. It pops out like eyes from a cave mouse when you squeeze him too hard. Anyway, my name, your Slav Kandovaskovoshkanek, Slavorvad Kokoschka. Everyone here think it difficult to pronounce, so they just call me Kokoschka. But you should try my brother, Bobushko Morsko Solhoho name, to make your mouth, how we say, go hurt. I'll go with Kokoschka, like everyone in here. How you say, it is typical. But I don't get angry. People can't say my name. I good Chovek. So, what do we talk about? Where are you from, Kokoschka? I come from far, far, far west, from fatherland. This is place where it's called Chinokovo, Ludiolo. It's very far away. Good to live. Not much bandits around to destroy you. And even if some want to attack, we break them in four. That's how we say it in Chinokovo, Ludio. Break in four. My father, he very sad when I left. He say to me, Zarkololium bulat dratpospol, Chetkolvini a bre, Votomlo goes the monodo sherpeldunkar. And I say to him, Tata pregzono, Zerfkota bread balls. And then he say to me, bre, Koshkorski, Panterkin sin Stotipla more Gumadron. I Prodos Vachi Korozar, and I say to him, Shatatis os Przevkor, Denso Slobi Technica. And then my mama said, Porkoskino, there's some souls and plastics, Skosky Provabre. And then I left home and come here. It's difficult for me. You know what I mean? Well, why did you join the Free Drones? I heard a great struggle here. How you say a very powerful evil of great power threatens to destroy Underrail. And they could then get to us, men who follow this evil. I heard they have big claws like my first mother-in-law, sharp teeth like my second mother-in-law, and smell like, what is the word? I cannot remember the word at this moment of inspirational speech. Are you talking about the Protectorate? No, protect, destroy. You know, man, friend, I very angry when I heard. Very angry. Sunze mostradum. How you say, blow up of anger. I had to join the Free Drones to help them. My heart is in the right place. Well, what can you tell me about this place? I'd come here several months ago to fight Free Drones. I mean, for Free Drones. I got confused. It have totally different meaning when you say it like I say it the first time. People hear how you say, mighty warriors. Even women. I surprised. In Chino Kovo Ludio, women not fight. Women clean, cook, wash our feet, and shut up when we tell them. Here they talk when they like. Crazy. Derailed. I never had chance to ride into battle yet, but when I do, I'll break enemies in four. Crash no Boschko. Until then, I make friends here. I make many okay friends. Some very bad friends who put stuff in my food, so I had to spend 3 hours squatting in the toilet. And one very most best friend, Julia, my darling. What can you tell me about the lurkers? And I first come here, I met one lurkers. He very ugly, say he killed me with knife, and I killed him. I break him in four. He was a Skotrapakira, how we say. It means someone who is so weak he can be knocked over by just blowing some air from mouth into his face. But not all lurkers weak. Others terrible, how you say, monsters. Kill people and cut them into tiny, tiny, tiny pieces of flesh. I don't want to meet another one. One is enough. Hey, do you recognize this? Show him one Slatortilla bill. This is what we got from the Grey Army base. Here's the bill responds with the light in his eyes. It's like tortilla. That's the money we use in fatherland. He points his finger to the face depicted on the bill. Look, this is Nablovjad Jarkov Mochnik, our leader, or how you say, the alpha male of the house. Nablovjad is his title. It is better title than military general. Much better. General is like Bojvad, while something like overgeneral is like Nadbovjad. But ours would still be very much so better, yes. Where you find this money? I took it from your stash. No! It's all money He was just about to grab his hand in utter dismay, but he stops, lowers his arms, and stares at you with his eyes half squinting. There is no stash. You lie! My money's safe. You trick me. Anyway, where can I exchange this money for some charons? Do you know anyone who could do that for me? Could you do it? Yeah, you trick me! Make my heart race like a little mouse running from big cat, but I can help you. I will return to Fatherland one day, after I break my enemies in Ford here, so I will use money. How much do you have? A single bill. But that's like 10,000, it's not Tortia 1. That is very little. You could easily be a million money man in Fatherland, but that not like million money people in South Underrail. Here, a million coins live like Nabovujad himself. Better. In Fatherland, you live like Zone Man from Core City. If you have quadrillion, then you say, can eat whole pigs, drink Kozglo until your belly pop, and buy clothes that looks good on the Sholvek, eat some mortal pigs, stain clothes with pig smear by accident, have me wash it, have it made, and you will still have enough money left to drive in the train until you reach your house from the other side. That is when you're rich. Let me calculate my head. One coin is 20,000, yes. Okay, I have about 150 coins I could exchange. I will sell you one coin for 2 Zatotilia bills. That is 20,000 Zatotulias. Not the moment then, Korkoshkia. He nods. Okay. Tell me more about the Fatherland. Fatherland is one, how you say, very much a great place. It's west of here, far away. It's more open caves and space, not so much metro and caves tighter than Uryuk, Slav's Pants. And there are many places in it, like my place, Chinkolvo Ludio, but also Dravsvorgrad, capital, Gudrava, Poshkonij. Poshkontikza, Plop, and Tochgront. We have trains too, but here rail is life, while in Fatherland rail is very, very important, but still means of transportation is not life. Here people derailed. There people crazy, mad cuckoo. You know what I mean? And one thing I notice here is we have Fatherland, but you don't have South Underrail. To us, Fatherland is every, how you say, every station, every man and all land that is ours. All that is Fatherland, ours. Here, everyone is for himself, his family or his group, but never whole South Underrail. You don't have someone here yell, for South Underrail, Zagtrepon. You understand? You might say for free drones, for Core City or Camp Hartator, but never South Underrail. You live in South Underrail, but South Underrail does not live in you. I would fight for Fatherland, but you people see South Underrail just as land you live in. It's hard to explain. It's very much hard as nails to explain. It sounds like Kokoschka would have fit in with the Protectorate, because that's exactly what the Protectorate was trying to do for the Protectorate, right? Bring every station into one nation and fight to preserve that nation. That's not a bad thing, I suppose, all things considered, having something that you, well, it could be. Let's not get into any of that. But that is why we have big army, united army, to defend the fatherland, and a great leader, because a good leader is the best way to run society, while a bad leader is the worst. N'est the plan. What can you tell me about your fatherland's military? Our army very strong, very much to the best strong. It contains many men, all well trained and ready to break and fall. I also served in a great army and fought, not great enemy armies of past, no, but bandits and evil men coming from east, from here. Good ratsvli plamzine. He murders the rest to himself. And those Balban men from southwest. Good Raski Neoklakoporani. Our army keeps fatherland safe, but scum from all around sometimes sneaks in more and threatens our freedom. So I suspect you have a lot of military bases there. Yes, many. I served in the Tratistilvo, south of Brazgravzna, and just northeast of Chapava Baba. It was how we say Slavno, which means so good you want to celebrate it from time to time by making big feast. Yes, but there are many other bases of army. I remember in Tratis Shkivo there was fat cook woman that made best servina I ever eat in life. Even my mother, or my matra mama, grandmother, they don't make that good servina. No, sadly, no. So that actually must be where we were, because there is a rather plump cafeteria girl there. The only girl in the entire base, if I recall correctly. So we'll talk more with him later. Alright, goodbye, Kokoschka. Duz ledvozlina. Goodbye. I wonder if you talk with him first, if you might have, and your intelligence is high enough, you might be able to actually communicate with the Grey Army people a little bit better. It takes only a second for Mora to recognize you. It's you! The hell? Yup. Thank you so much for getting me out of there, man. Get me out of the can. Cans can. I might have forgotten your name. I can't remember if you even mentioned it. Yeah, it was a pretty fast-paced day. I understand. It's Decker. Now I know my savior's name. Decker. Got it. Look, as a little thank you for saving me from the cans, I pulled a favor to get you some equipment for free. Go talk to Beckett, our supply man. You'll find him near the entrance. So why were you captured by the Protectorate? In short, I was an idiot. I wasn't careful, and that's when I got busted. What do you mean? Man, I was supposed to get some stuff from our junkyard hideout. It's something I do all the time, but this time I had some hacking equipment and stuff with me, which was used to mess with the embassy's network, which forced the cans keep their eyes peeled and on their toes. So I came along, and a handsome brainwashed Protectorate piece of trash caught me red-handed. I told him nothing, just for the record, but you know the rest. What can you tell me about the lurkers? Yeah, it's best you avoid those savages, and don't think about them being cannibals at all. Sorry, I'm being very professional. The more you know, man, the more disgusting and revolting they seem. Damn savages. Well, why'd you join the Free Drones? I guess because I'm simply that type of person. Man, I despise the United Stations, the Protectorate, and all that shenanigans. I remember the news. I was kind of young back then. About Protectorate forces taking over, and taking over Biocorp's main headquarters in North Underrail. Back then, yeah, it seems so far away, so distant, but as you go older, you realize how small Underrail really is. I was afraid they were going to come here and enslave us. In a way, they ain't doing bad so far, but man, when they started building Fort Applegate Upper Underrail, sent shivers down my spine. Not all was lost, because the cans were followed by the free drones. I said to myself, to hell with it. I'm joining this crowd. Many of my friends followed, and unfortunately, yeah, most of them are gone. Out of those old friends, only Beckett still breathed. There you go, Jack. That's my story. What can you tell me about Kokoschka? He's a very fine man. I envy him, I really do. He's so innocent and naive. He doesn't know why we fight or who we fight. He just wants to fight for what he thinks is right. In his mind, everything is simple. Well, I've lost so much sleep over the years, as most of us have. I have yet to see him miss his to get much rest 10-hour sleep. And as soon as his head touches the pillow, he's in dreamland. Legend. What can you tell me about Darling? That's the girl behind the counter. We haven't talked with her yet. You got your eyes on Darling? Don't try to fool me, man. I can tell. She smiles. You're not the only one, though. She caught Kokoschka's eyes as soon as he arrived, for example. Better make your moves. Fast. No. We've had two times now. We've attempted to go on a date, and the first one ended with us almost carved up to death. And the second one ended up with the girl probably carved up to death somewhere. We didn't get to see her again, so no. It'll be her or my death. Well, how about Beckett? He was an old friend of mine and a business partner. I joined the Free Drones some time before him, and he's a little slow to notice what's going on in the world. We're good friends, even though he takes all the glory. He's the supplier, Beckett. Even though he would never admit it, I know he was worried to death when the cans got me. Just don't tell him I said that. And Trenton? And how about Trenton and Bate? Full respect for Trenton. He knows his stuff. Man, I don't want to be in his skin right now. It's damn stressful. You can tell, even though he doesn't like to talk about it, but the Free Drones in North Underrail are not pleased with some of the things happening here. He's been here since the cell was formed, and that's why he was always the one to answer directly to command. We'll see how the situation develops. And as for Bate, well, he's one of our leaders. Really intelligent, witty, knows how to make the right calls, and compliments Trenton well, despite their different personalities. They work well as a team. We have faith in the decisions they make. Life of a Free Drone is difficult, and we need good leaders to take us to victory against Protectorate rats. Alright, bye, Mora. Darling? Your approach prompts a woman to pull out the almost completely burned cigarette out of her mouth and smile. It's a good-natured smile, all right, but a somewhat lifeless one. It appears weighted down, fatigued. After a swift movement of her yellowish fingers, one of which is missing its nail, the cigarette is placed back into her mouth, lighting up one final time. Smoke escapes her nostrils and mouth, draining the air between you, after which she puts the cigarette out, pressing it a few times against the ashtray before its glow finally dies. Well, this would never work, anyway, for Decker. So, I dated a girl once who smoked, and I'm not a smoker. And God, she was so gorgeous. but oh my God. You can taste the cigarettes when you kiss someone who smokes. It's not very pleasant. It's not very pleasant. Alright, anyway, sorry, good tangent. Look who decided to pay us a visit. I'm Juliet Darling. Pleasure to meet you, Chief. You hungry? Thirsty? Well, before I have something to eat, tell me why you joined the Free Drones. I used to live in North Underrail with my family. Even though it seems like ancient history to me, it's only 4 or 5 years ago. Time flies. I don't know if you've ever been there, Chief, but it's the heart, the engine of the Protectorate machinery. Everything was a bit more civilized in contrast to what is here, but the cannons are slowly working towards equalizing it. Take that statement as you will. The facts, however, are that one day they decided that my family was helping the anarchists and rebels, and simply took them away. I managed to evade capture somehow, and heck, I ended up joining those anarchists my family and I were accused of being part of. The irony. After finding out my family was executed for collaborating with an anarchist movement, I relocated to South Underrail. It was too much for me. I had to get out of there. I had to. Yeah. An organization as large, again, as a Protectorate, even one's not as large as Protectorate, a few bad apples is all it would take to set some people up against them for believing that the entire organization is that way. And sometimes it is actually that way. But other people join for different reasons, and those reasons might not align with what the underhanded members of the organization are doing. And thus you have this horrible situation where not everyone in an evil organization is necessarily evil, but they think they're doing the right thing but contributing to the ongoing oppression that these organizations are applying. If I'm going to talk about this sort of thing, though, I should actually write it down so I sound a little more intelligent. All right, let's move on. And here I am, feeding the freedom fighters. She smiles. I'm a great cook. That's what I hear. And I also heard that I'm a great listener, too. Don't know. Hungry mouths aren't picky, that I'm sure. About the second, again, don't know if that's also true. At the end of the day, what I'm doing here isn't so bad. I might not be a fighter, but heck, someone needs to feed those who are. I'm pleased. Well, tell me about Kokoschka. Your Slov... Wow, good for her! Your Slovkanda... Your Slov... Ek... Zinni... And Schnick... Slavorad Kokoschka. Bam! Nailed it! She smiles. I've been practicing saying his name for months. He was ecstatic when I pronounced it right the first time. I remember meeting him for the very first time. I really thought he's a living foreigner cliche. Odd customs, childlike fascination with things new to him here, ancient opinions. He told me that he's surprised women here even talk when not allowed. And now he's in love with me. I know it. I can see it. Heck, he's not a subtle person, Chief. Actually, I think everyone knows it. Rosa teases him a lot about that, which creates amusing situations. Trust me. Good for them. Good for them. And Mora? I'm glad she's back from Junkyard. And thanks to you, Chief, for pulling her out of there. Being captured by the Protectorate feels worse than death itself to most of the people here. We fight for freedom, after all. She needs some time off, but I'm sure she'll spring back to action in no time. 1 second, everyone. Okay, sorry. Text back and forth with my father. He works at a hospital, and it's been really busy for him there today, so he's sending lots of texts about what's going on. How about Trent and Bate, the leaders? Oh, so you met Trenton Corbin? He's nice. Corbin Trenton, right? Nice. He's one of the Free Drone's leaders, together with Alvin Bate. Let me tell you, Trenton is a great strategist. He can sit down, meticulously study maps and Protectorate movement for days until he produces a perfect plan. It's like you don't see him for a while, on several occasions worrying us if he was all right, but then he shows himself, and heck, he came up with something good. On the other hand, his people skills are something he needs to work on, but his honesty and faith in the ideology and goals of the Free Drones are usually enough to get people going. As for Bate is cool. I mean, he can just pop in and join any conversation with anyone, and you feel like he's someone you knew for a very long time. He also has a good sense of humor. He can cheer up the crowd, especially if it's drinking is involved. She smiles. Heck, that's his way of motivating people, I guess. Beckett? He's our resident got everything you need merchant. He's got anything you need, she smiles. He tends to brag a lot about it, though. Bastards, if it wasn't for me, y'all be fighting with your fists. Well, Beckett, I'm glad you take care of everything yourself. I'm sure Mora and Melvin never risk their lives for your supplies. Ignore that last comment. Alright, well, my stomach is growling. No new foods that she's selling. Okay, so let's pick a few more pockets. Really quick, I think. Let's see what Kokoschka has. Oh, I think he has a special oddity. He does. Oh, I love you to death, Stygian Software. Alright, fine. I've been reading all the oddities. We'll read this one. Brosnoplo Nebrechchegna Skontam. More skrasnaz novro sas brossolnom zokotozium chare. Osh se razrum dershnesh ksto se Savlako I de Smandula Pinstolgudin Gollum. A tu ne shlo Prejide Voleki Razbak Prekno Ungol Zod Prekzodvano Znako. 2 oddity points. Thank you, Kokoshka. Alright, I'm not... Oh, I'm allowed to search the barrel. Well, obviously search the barrel. Nothing. Okay, so... I guess we didn't search the leaders. I guess we should search the leaders now. Oh, we didn't talk with Roxy or Shred either. Decker! Always a pleasure. I heard Thorian's got some burr issues. Don't know if that's still the case. Nope, it's all been taken care of, you guys. Jazz? Death to the Protectorate. So, the other thing about picking the pockets of these guys is that they go on a battle with you later if you follow the Free Drone questline to the end. So taking their bullets or their health items robs them of the option to use those in the fight, and I'm not willing to do that. We will search Trenton, however, and Bates' pockets. Another Free Drone hideout key. We don't need that. I'll take his coins. Gotta make up for buying that jet ski, I think, in the end. Bates' love letter. This letter is addressed to Alvin Bate, signed by your muffin. It contains a lot of romantic material that doesn't really interest you. We'll take it, and the coins, though. That might prove useful in the future. Hint, it will. But you don't have to actually solve what this leads to. It does make things easier for you, though, if you do so. But only if you do so in a certain order. So, spoilers. Actually, no. We'll wait. But we'll take care of this love letter after we get the equipment that we need from Junkyard. And Hutch is gone? Yep. The dog wags its tail. Woof, woof. Alright, left laser here. Hutch was the guy there, obviously. You might remember him. From, like, last episode. Alright, so... Junkyard. We can do this quickly by taking some juice. Oh, you know... Okay, let's do this. So, we're going to grab some juice, pop back over to... Core City Merchants to sell some of this riot gear and put this equipment, other equipment, in the barrels so that we get our weight down. Do the merchant district. Alright. I'm just going to make the assumption that... Yep. Oh, no! Your inventory is not recycled, actually. Well, then... I'm not really interested in selling any of it. Alright. Oh, I see. This is where I kept things where I might need to repair the equipment I was going to leave off here. So let's fix our... riot armor. So this went from 17,000 to 22,000, so that was worth the full repair kit. You are probably not worth repairing, Hat, but I'm going to do it once anyway. If it goes up to 5,500 is worth it? No, that wasn't worth it. Just once. That needs some normal electrical repair kits. Do I have any of those? I have one. That'll be worth another one. Do I have any in here? I do not. And this is perfectly repaired gear. Okay. We're carrying around some other things that it's weighing us down. That will be these bullets, which we don't need. Oh, and these repair kits, which I don't need. Alright, let's quickly pop back to our hideout. Our hideout. Our home. Our home's a hideout, yep. Why did I say hideout? Why do I say half of the things I say that don't make any sense? My mind looks for a word that tries to summarize it, that tries to be similar to a word I want to use, so I can speak quickly, and it's not the word I want to use. So I end up sounding like an idiot, and it happens all the time. Okay, let's... I came here to drop something off. What? This armor? Yeah, we're not gonna wear this armor after all. Well, I like the look of the boots and the pant legs. I don't like the look of the rest of it. It's not bad armor, but I like the look of the officer's armor better. So we'll eventually make our way back to the Grey Army base and kill a few Grey Army soldiers. Okay, so now with that done... Oh, I have this power core. I want to leave it behind. It weighs half a pound. We'll do that here. Oh, I already have a 131, 140, and 141 power core. Okay. Crap. I didn't realize I already had super high level power cores. Now I do. Alright, so... Nope, that's Foundry. It's not quite where we want to go. Nope, didn't want to be here. You want to go to Junkyard. And this is actually the place we want to be, too. This is the alley. So we should eat some food. We'll be helping people move some stuff, so let's eat some strength food. Were we told to knock? We were told to knock. If you're thinking it's way too quiet in here, you are correct in thinking that. Something bad has happened to the free drones in this location, and we're about to see what it was. Look at that. We have a Protectorate gunner and a sentinel here. Guns pointed at the door in case it gets opened. Well, that sucked for you, missing both of those shots. Oh, wow, this is a nice shelf. Pneumatic reloader, a scope, and a shotgun choke. I think those bullets make up for the ones we just fired, actually, so that's nice too. Alright, let's see what they have on themselves. More ride armor. That's going to sell for quite a bit. We'll take it. The rest of this is not very good, but we're going to take this anyway, and we'll break it down right here for some parts. Ooh, that seems to be an amazing assault rifle. We'll take a look at that in a few seconds. The rest of this isn't worth keeping. All right, so let's break down a few more things. So the boots are worthless. We'll scrap them. Helmet isn't very good. So I'm sorry, the helmet is not. We could sell the helmet for a little bit of cash. That's fine, but I generally don't view it as worth the effort to carry it back. I don't think this is worth repairing. That is. The assault rifle is worth repairing. But this is not. We'll break that down. Alright, now we have tons of scraps. Let's go ahead and make some more repair kits. Yes, stop. I want you to remove the barricade. So, you don't have to do that. The Protectorate are waiting for us to enter this room, and at that point, they will leave all the adjacent rooms to attack. By killing these two, we have increased the odds of us winning that fight, though, because now they have less of them. I guess we'll take all the food. Not like anyone else is going to be here to eat any of it. I don't think there's any reason to open or go through the other shafts. They all lead to either dead ends or to only to these other shafts. And you can't really use them very well to evade the other, the Protectorate in the other rooms. I don't think you can circumvent them. Like, I don't think you can get ambushed in that one room and then avoid fighting your way out of this. Yep, we see that Sarah and Hutch are both dead. What is that nonsense? Why did Windows tell me it was updating? I installed something that should stop Windows from ever updating. I don't know if anyone saw that, but I got a pop-up saying it's time to reboot my computer. My device has important updates scheduled for it. I'm not going to curse on screen, but I effing hate Windows. How did that even happen? Maybe it actually won't apply the update. Now I have to spend some time looking at my computer after this. Oh, maybe I should let the updates occur, because it's... My computer's been having some issues after a recent Microsoft Windows update, which is why I installed something called Sledgehammer in an attempt to stop my Windows computer from ever updating automatically ever again. It's something I've been trying to stop it from doing for months. And I tried messing with the registry and disabling things and uninstalling things where I could, and I can't rid Windows of its desire to do dumb things on my system and ruin my computer on me. I wish I could just say, don't ever let Windows update, and the only way I can do that is to yank the Ethernet cable out of it to stop it from ever being attached to the internet. But that doesn't work very well if I'm using YouTube. I'd have to transmit. I'd have to copy all of the files over to the other computer. That means setting up a local LAN, setting up a network shared drive to do that. And I probably should do that. I know how to do it, but oh, it's work. I want to be lazy at home. Hutch and Sarah have been killed, and recently, by the looks of it. A nice sniper rifle. The overcoat probably isn't worth it. It's worth taking and selling. How much room do I have left in my inventory? I think we can take it. So as you saw by us poking about, there is no way out of this little area. And we don't have stealth. So we're going to be forced to do this fight. So let's do this fight. A sniper and a shock trooper. They're the only two we see. I think there's another. So I'm going to step back into the room. Actually, we should take a few pot shots while I'm here. I don't care if they hit. I'd like them to, but I'm not going to complain if they don't. So, the other girl has a sniper rifle. Uh-oh. That did not go as well as I had hoped it would go. We missed two of those. I think we'll be okay. That was a plasma rifle. Let's use bullet time. And try to kill the sniper. Good. Oh my god! What the hell? Game! That's 3 critical hits from the plasma pistol that you've let this enemy do to us. Screw you too, game. I hate you too. We lived, thanks to that shield we had. My god. I mean, we do have an increased 3% chance to get critically hit, so... And thankfully we did not die. That would... 3 critical hits in a row. Good god, game. Also, part of me, that was dumb of me. So I wanted to kill the sniper rifle because I was worried about her doing a critical hit. I should have just stuck with our pistol as a weapon and not switched to our power fists. Is 60% chance to hit with the power fist, never should have taken those swings. Another sniper rifle. Good shape, we'll take that. That's better than Hutch's armor. And the shock trooper. Decent plasma rifle. Oh, okay. Seeker goggles. Increased chance of range attacks critical hit by 12%. So that would also explain it. Okay. I'm tempted to start using these. instead of wearing this, I think we will start wearing crit goggles. And our juice is going to just barely expire before I'm able to reach the portal. So, I'm playing for almost an hour. We should drink more juice. Okay, and we will stop by the Merchant District first. And we'll go ahead and leave some stuff in the barrel, the selling barrel. So we don't need these bullets. This goes into the garbage barrel. All right. Let's take all the repair stuff I have. And I'll be right back, everyone. I'll do this off screen. Alright, everyone. Everything's sold. We're going to stop by our home really quick. The merchants actually did refresh their inventory. So I think what we'll do is we'll go back home, store this food we picked up, head over to Dude's Cave, purchase some more juice from him. And then we will go back to the Free Drones base and let them know what happened. And we'll take care of maybe the next Free Drones quest in the next episode. So heads up as well, I traded for a decent level. We have a better low-level shield modulator. I also grabbed a 7.16 gun barrel and a 9mm. I've got some Tichrome bars as well that I picked up. So we might as well store this stuff as well. Why hold on to crossbow bits? Crossbows sell for a lot of money. And so if we find a decent crossbow frame, we can come back here, craft an incredible crossbow, and sell it. We don't need you at the moment. I don't know how you got here. I also managed to find this. An incredible laminated fabric ballistic panel. And we have the tailoring. We could actually use it as long as we're inside this location. I'm curious. If I go to riot gear? Ah, okay. We need a carrier vest as well. I'd be... Oh, and that becomes a shield plate, which I'm not interested in making. Do I have a carrier vest? We do. I don't have the tailoring to craft it. Let's see what I would be able to make, though. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty nice. But I would want an overcoat. And I don't know... How do I make it antithermic insulated riot overcoat? Is that a tactical vest? No, that's a galvanic vest. Better mechanical resistance, which I like, but I would want an insulated riot overcoat. Oh, I think I need some fabric added to it. Do I have fabric? As long as I'm here, we have enough time. We have enough time that we can quickly go to whatchamacallit without any trouble. So if I go dudes. So if I go to riot gear. Blast galvanic riot overcoat. That looks awesome. But 102 tailoring and 45 armor penalty, we won't wear this. I guess it's my laminated fiber ballistic vest which is doing it. Or we need some aluminized, maybe, cloth for that instead? I'm not sure how to do it. I can look it up later. Sorry, everyone. Alright, so let's put you back. Okay, so let's go over to the free drones. Actually, dudes first. I forgot to visit the refrigerator, so we'll do that really now. Really now? We'll do that right now. Thank you, dude. As long as we're here, can you tell me something interesting? I had this annoying neighbor back in, like, the old days. Way back when I was a teenager. She lived in the shack close to ours. I never got along with her, man. Never. Every time I go near the shack, she'd be, like, sitting all fat and ugly like her mother was, and she would start yapping so much it felt like a train was passing through my skull. You know, man, like, she used to ramble on about the stuff no one cares about. I felt like her talking was destroying my brain, like it pushed memories out of my head. I couldn't remember certain things after talking to her, seriously. And I often felt like I was gonna vomit. Were you drinking brew before these encounters by any chance? That's not important. What is important is that one day it turned out that she was a mind devourer. You know, she was trying to eat our minds. That's what they do. She was hunted down in some dark cave and killed. Serves her right. Cheers. Talk to you later, dude. Oh my god. Dude, what the heck? Oh, my poor finger. Oh. Alright. Here we are. I don't know why I felt like saying that. Alright, do I want to drink any feed? Oh! We can sell some of this. We'll sell some of this. Alright, so let's see. So let's have bacon cheeseburger. I think the next quest we will get is to free the free drones who are captive by the lurkers. I think that's the next quest. And if it's not, we'll do that next anyway. And then I think we'll head back over to the DLC and try to get into the one storage facility if the muties will allow us in. Listen, kiddo, I know you're busy and all that, but I got something I'd like to talk to you about. It's pretty important. Let's hear it. I think you should know this, kiddo. You are part of the family now. One of our patrols was, well, ambushed by the lurkers. Only one man managed to escape, but he told us that the rest were taken east, probably deep into lurker territory. I heard lurkers are not the friendliest people. The patrolmen must already be dead. Maybe they are, but I just can't let it go. So I'm looking for volunteers to go into lurker territory and look for the captured fighters. I'm not cold-hearted. I know our men and women, despite being really brave, are very uncomfortable when it comes to fighting lurkers. I understand it. Lurkers are monsters. So I reckon I'll ask volunteers first, instead of just picking at random who should go and look for the free drones that could already be dead. So what's your take on this? I'm up for it. If there's even a slight chance that our brothers and sisters are alive, I say we should go for it. Excellent. Lurkers have a large encampment east of our base. I'm thinking that's the most probable place to take the captives to. But nothing is certain. Are there more volunteers, or am I the only one? Frankly, it's been a mess here since it happened, and I'm not sure how we're standing. I'll let you know when I find out more, kiddo. Alright, bye, bait. Trenton? Speak. I found the Protectorate hideout. I'm sorry. Let me start over. The Protectorate found out about the hideout. They ambushed me there, but I made it out alive. What? What? What happened to Hutch, Sarah, and the rest? They're gone. Didn't stand a chance. Trenton bites his lip, and his stare shifts towards the ceiling. As he lowers his head back, he speaks. How did those pigs find out? There's nothing we could have done. We're blind and deaf in Junkyard now. Oh, we are, but the cans are not. They knew Decker was coming and ambushed him. That's what you just said, right? Well, ambushed. No one can really ambush me, but they tried. The whole hideout has been wiped, and you're bragging? Give the kiddo a break. He barely made it out alive. This is the final proof. There's a spy in our ranks. This is not the first time this has happened, Decker. We've already had several suspicious protectorates somehow knew we were there situations. You're right, I'm afraid. We have a serious problem. The cans really have a spy here. Then they know about the whole plan. We have to move fast, Alvin, or else we risk everything we've worked so hard for. What's this plan you mentioned? Exactly 6 months ago, the three of us, Alvin, Marcella, and I devised a plan which would completely paralyze the Protectorate machinery in South Underrail. Since you came here, we've lost a critical hideout and junkyard. We've lost many good men and women, and foremost, friends. We were also absolutely positive that there was a traitor within our ranks, ever since you came here. But don't worry, I have full faith in your loyalty. You couldn't possibly have known about all these things, about our plans, and after all, we've had our own doubts for some time before your arrival. Because of all this, the less people know about what we're about to do, the better. First, allow me to explain the situation. As you know, South Underrail is divided into Lower Underrail, where we are now, and Upper Underrail, which is above us naturally. The Protectorate's largest base in the region, Fort Apogee, is located in Upper Underrail, and it is virtually untouchable. It is their main base in South Underrail, and as such it is heavily defended and out of our reach at the moment. Meanwhile, in Lower Underrail, South Railroad outposts and the junkyard embassy below it are not, and that makes them much more viable targets. Now, you might ask, can't the Protectorate send troops to reinforce these locations? Well, yes and no. If we exclude small transition points, Lower and Upper Underrail are connected only by Core City, and due to the political situation there, as well as the logistical problems of transporting personnel and equipment through such an inconvenient location, it makes it very difficult to reinforce something as remote as South Railroad outposts effectively. Because of this, the Gens are trying to establish a large troop elevator that is to connect Upper and Lower Underrail. With it, they'll be capable of reinforcing SRO with relative ease, and further ease their expansion to the south. This cannot be allowed to happen. Fortunately, the elevator is not fully operational yet, but we expect its completion fairly soon. Based on all this, the plan is as follows. Our main target is South Railroad Outpost. Cut it off. The Junkyard Embassy will be easy pickings, and the Protectorate influence in Junkyard will be gone. But in order to do that, it is necessary to sabotage the elevator first. With it taken care of, the only way to get down here is through Core City, and, as I've already said before, that will take too much time. Sure, they might be able to pull some troops to defend SRO, but nothing really significant, we hope. After the elevator is sabotaged, we take out SRO and, with the exclusion of small garrisons, we basically control Lower Underrail. That's it. It seems simple, but it would be difficult to pull off, especially due to the fact that our hideout and junkyard is gone, and that we have a traitor within our ranks. That's why we must move quickly. We weren't planning on executing the operation yet, but now we are under serious pressure. I want you to take out this elevator as soon as possible. Once you are ready, come and see me. You mentioned Marcella. Who is she? Marcella Green was one of the cell's leaders, alongside Alvin and myself. I must admit that she was the charismatic one. She knew how to motivate people, how to make them believe they can overcome anything Protectorate throws at them, and end up victorious. It's something I really admired, and truthfully, I envy her for it. It's something I'll never be able to do. She disappeared without a trace about 2 months ago, and left the base for an unspecified reason and never returned. We searched for her, but as you can see, we haven't found her. Is she the spy? It's quite possible, even though I hope she's not. I mean, we've had incidents where Protectorate expected us to happen. We've had incidents where Protectorate expected us happen even after she disappeared. We searched for bugs and other concealed equipment, but found nothing. I hope she hasn't betrayed us. Traitors are punished by death, and if we ever find her, we're gonna have a long talk. Alright, so long and stay free. Bait, what can you tell me about Marcella? His stare turns sorrowful. Please, kiddo. I'd rather not talk about it. Marcella and I... we had something special. Look, I just can't talk about it right now. She disappeared 2 months ago, and it'd be too painful for me if we found out she'd been dealing with the Protectorate. Bloody cans. Goodbye, Bait. Alright, everyone. So we'll stop here. In next episode, we'll talk to more of the we'll talk to more of the free drones about Marcella, and then we'll head over to the Lurker base and see about rescuing a few people. So I will see you guys then. Take care, everyone, and thanks for watching.